What's good? DJ Hazmat here.
Yeah, Matty Wills checking in.
Matt and Matt Sports halftime edition. Cleveland Browns down in the jungle handling business like they normally do against the Bengals. That rhymed. That was bars for you right
the
there.
Constant rapper. Make sure you drop those comments. We'll read as many of them as we can. Don't forget, we'll also be back as soon as this game is over. The Browns are now winning in Cincinnati 24-10 in the post-OBJ era of the Cleveland Browns. All you Baker Mafia are cheering and going crazy Baker right Mafia. Now, aren't you? Aren't you? Denzel Ward got a pick six because Odell's gone, right?
You know what, man? You can just stop it, man. Just remember those last two words you said. Odell's gone. Adios. So why don't you just drop it? Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's get
to
it.
You know what I'm saying? Look at how we look. Look at how we look.
Ooh, are you going to drop it or are you going to talk about it? You let me know.
All I'm saying is this. You brought it up. Of course, there was a bunch of drama. Of course, there was a bunch of drama leading up to this week. Odell Beckham Jr. was released by the Cleveland Browns.
He goes on waivers
tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Well, he should thank the Cleveland Browns because they gave him exactly what he wanted on his birthday.
Exactly right.
His walking papers. He wanted to be gone. He wanted to be gone last year. He didn't want to be here.
What's
the
up,
first
Dwight?
year. I think there was a time when Odell tried to buy into it or whatever, but come on, man. This Odell Beckham Jr. is, he's his own worst enemy, man. It's like you want to try to be the good soldier.
So we are going to talk about Odell. I just want to know.
Okay, 24-7. What's the stats, man? I ain't
24-10. Cincinnati nailed.
I want to say 24-7 so bad. Because it sounds
Cincinnati got a field goal right there near the end of the first half. Denzel Ward, as SP brought up, in a pre-production of this episode right now, had a big play, first big play that I can recall from this season. Went 99 yards, cost him the rest.
Why you got to throw a shot at him? Why you got to throw a shot at him like that? You just did first big play I heard from this season. Is.
But Tony Romo and them, who else? Jim Nantz and Tony Romo keep lamenting the fact that the Browns are getting healthier. So maybe this can be some stuff that we can expect more of going down the rest of the season. So
let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, because obviously what we wanted to know is what would Baker Mayfield be doing in the game without Odell? The big thing leading up to this week, I don't want to focus on Odell. Let's focus on who's playing. Baker Mayfield, and the narrative was out there. Does he play better without Odell Beckham Jr.? 7 for 8, 121 yards, and a touchdown on a beautiful pass to who needs OBJ when you got DPJ?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? DPJ deep for the pass. I'm like, yes, keep the pressure on. And yes, the defense, this is what we need the defense to do. You have to play complementary football.
That's why your team is winning the way they are right now. The defense has almost 3 takeaways, the 99-yard interception return for a touchdown. I think they said it was 8. Did they say that's the longest interception return in Browns history? Did I hear them say that on the broadcast?
Shout out to Denzel Ward, who is a native.
Denzel Ward, for sure. Hey, Chubba Wub Hub 24 has a good question. How the hell did we get flagged with the whole Bengals team on our sideline? That was wild to me, too.
I really feel like the referees are trying to help the Bengals out a little bit here. They're calling any and everything they can. We had a couple of bonehead plays lining up off sides. I'm like,
5 have to be the most in the first quarter, bro.
We have to be the most penalized team, in the NFL. I got to look up that stat and see if that's what the situation is. But yes, shout out to Chandra. I want to say that right. What's up, Chandra? She's giving us a shout, and everybody that checks in, of course.
Chubba says second longest. There was a 100-yard interception return that apparently was the longest. But shout out to Denzel Ward, big play today. Greedy Williams is hurt though.
Hey,
you see that?
Sam, and Jamal, don't let Chubba do your job, man. Put that in the private chat so we sound smart. Anyway, you know how these
What about your boy Greedy Williams? Shoulder injury, had to go to the locker room. Haven't heard anything since then, but that's what was his issue before the season started. So that's not good news for that boy right there.
Yeah, not good news at all, man. You never want to see a player go out due to injury. It's always unfortunate, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, man, I got people to talk me into going on ahead and putting some money on the line on this game, man. People talking trash, man. And, I believe in the Browns because we always beat the Bengals, man. Come on.
Bad loss for the
Baker
Bengals
Mayfield.
last week, too.
Baker
The bottom
Mayfield.
might be falling out for them boys right now.
I'm going to knock on wood right now. But Baker Mayfield's record against the Bengals in his career is 5-1, ladies and gentlemen. He's working on Ben Roethlisberger numbers against Cleveland. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
he's working on that, is what I'm saying. He has to have a 16-year career to see how it ends up. But as it has started off, he's 5-1 against that team.
I got you.
So basically, he can.
John Port
right now, as of right
comment.
now, Baker Mayfield don't have nothing to worry about the Bengals.
John makes an interesting comment. Passes down the field, triple question mark. I must be dreaming. I'll say this because we can't not mention Odell at all.
Right.
With the week that just happened and with him being released, yada yada yada. We all know the story, but it felt like to me, especially on 1st and goal from the 1 with a pass, that they were trying to let Baker throw some touchdowns today, man. Like they are putting an emphasis on that boy throwing some touchdowns today. Man. And I don't recall this season or Odell getting that route that DPJ got when he scored his touchdown. I don't remember them ever sending Odell out on that route. And Jarvis
had a good question. Who's Odell?
Right. And Jarvis, he's still on the team. Not really much in the game plan so far, man. I'm wondering if he's going to be, ostracized because his boy committed treason against the Browns quarterback.
This is that part when you are sitting up here acting like the media that
aren't we
gets
media?
involved in it. But I don't want to be that type of media. I don't want to be the media that tries to stir the pot, try to make things to be what they aren't. You know what I mean?
I'm just being observant.
You're bringing up some stuff that just can we be happy with being
Jarvis has a carry
10?
For 0 yards in the worst pitch I've ever seen in a professional football
his fault.
game.
That's on him, though.
And 1 reception for 6 yards. So I don't on one target.
That was terrible on Jarvis's part.
It was absolutely horrendous.
So let me say because I know that you're of the side of the argument against Baker Mayfield and for OBJ. You were.
I'm for the Browns first and foremost.
Okay,
I would like for you to
acknowledge in that conversation, you were more OBJ than Baker Mayfield. So
yeah.
If you found something to try to go into the narrative that fits that right there. So if a person on the Baker Mayfield side can go into the narrative, they'd be like, oh, Jarvis Landry is cool with OBJ. Is he trying to sabotage a play by doing that bonehead crap right there?
Hey,
you never know. So you can make up stuff on both sides.
I wouldn't go that far as to say he's trying to sabotage.
You went as far as to say he hasn't gotten any catches just because.
I went as far as to say it doesn't look like he's a part of today's game plan. Is all that I'm saying. Now maybe he's still hurt.
Whatever the game plan is working, sir.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The game plan is working
for sure. Aided by 2 turnovers, again, almost 3, including a pick 6 that, a play, honestly, that we've been waiting on from this defense the entire season. Your defensive line has shown up in games, but your DBs have been getting roasted all year so far, especially in clutch and pressure situations. So the Browns have a 2-touchdown lead right now. They're in very good position to get out of Cincinnati when to win. So hopefully they can just keep the pressure on, man. Score more points. Let's go.
I don't want to ignore Michael Gibson's comment. Why do you guys think Johnson is not getting many carries? I would like to see him and Chubb in the backfield at the same time. Michael, I mean, that's great if we weren't winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a question. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? But if we're winning, stick with what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Nick Chubb looks great right now.
When Nick Chubb is healthy, Dearness Johnson is the 3rd or 4th string running back. So right now, Hunt is hurt, so he's 2nd string, but you got Nick Chubb, man. I know Dearness had a great game on the Thursday night, but Nick Chubb is the guy, and let's just stick with what's worked. We don't got to be questioning what's happening when we're trying to put a route on here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So shout out to Tracy. What's happening? They go, Yanni. What's happening, Yanni? Appreciate you. He said he told y'all the Browns didn't need Odell. Looking good so far, fellas. What you think?
Chubb says, go down first possession, put it in the end zone, get 7 and end this thing. They have a chance to go back out there and just add more points as soon as this half
Yeah,
resumes
I didn't
because
like
they
settling for a
deferred.
3. I didn't like settling for a field goal when we could have went up 28 to
Well,
7.
Jarvis put that, he made that happen.
Made
So
that,
I mean,
yeah.
it was what it was
Come
at that
on,
point.
Juice. I know
Yeah,
it's your
yeah.
boy, but come
Went
on,
from
bro.
it would have been fourth and short
Before
had
your
he
boy
just
got here, we fell in love with Juice, right? Before OBJ got here, we fell in love with the Juice. How he commanded respect in that wide receiver room. These young guys need to follow you, Juice. So yeah, you can't be out there, playing shaky. This would be if they had got that ball, this would have been the second week in a row that Jarvis Landry was causing problems for us on the field. So come on, Juice. I know your boy is having his little issues or whatever, but we need you, bro. We love you, Juice.
Hey, if the Bengals, if we can win this game, knock on wood, we're in good position to do that right now. We are back really in a good position within this division, especially with Baltimore.
Who
Went
thought we
to
was
the
out of it though?
Baltimore is down at the half to Minnesota right
Yeah,
now.
I picked them.
Pittsburgh plays Chicago. I mean, Pittsburgh is still going to be in it. I don't know how that's going to be possible for them to still
Man,
be in this
Pittsburgh
thing with
sucks.
Ben Roethlisberger as a dinosaur. But the Browns are still in the thick of it. Half the season still to go. So take care of business in quarters 3 and 4 today, and we should be in good shape.
But look, the whole AFC is like it's wide open, man.
Yeah.
There is no clear-cut dominant team in the AFC that's gonna run away with this thing. There's no, you can't really name any team because every team that you try to name ends up losing to a team they shouldn't have lost to. Or
I would say Buffalo was probably the clear cut.
No,
why not?
Who beat Buffalo? Lost, right? Who did they lose to? When it was
they lost to Pittsburgh week 1, but I mean,
and then they lost again to someone that they have more than one loss.
Yeah, well, they're 5-2. They're 5-2.
Listen, man, was it who did they lose to? Was it Baltimore?
I'm looking, man. I'm looking. They lost to the Steelers. Oh, week 1, we already talked about that. Sorry, they lost to the Titans. Which, come on, man,
exactly.
That's not a bad loss.
But
it
was a Monday night game. It was,
but the Titans are good though. It's not like the Titans are bums. The Bengals just lost to the Jets last week. The Jets are bums.
Nobody was talking about the Titans as being a top team, though.
The Titans go to the playoffs every year, and they
but
have
nobody. But prior to that game, everybody was on the Buffalo bandwagon. How Buffalo was going to beat them, and I picked the Titans to win. By the way, I think that edged me out on on our picks. But the Titans aren't. What are they going to be now without Derrick Henry? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they lost
see.
the most important
tonight.
Piece
they play the Rams tonight. They still got Julio Jones and AJ Brown though, so they still got some good guys on the outside. But they also have Adrian Peterson. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's only 75 years old. Looks like Jim Nance and Tony Romo though.
The running back I picked up is going to get some work. What is his name? I can't think of his name. The one that's the only other running back that was on the roster. I picked him up on all my fantasy teams. He's scheduled to get 12 points today, so we'll see. I didn't start him though.
We'll see. Well, doesn't matter. They just kicked the ball off, touchback. The Browns are about to take the field, so we'll be back as soon as this game is over for post game. Obviously, right here, same place, man. How you found us before?
We'll see y'all post game. Check in with us. Holla, Matt Sports. We out.
Peace.